thoughts?
Right.
Yes.
I think to reframe everything towards the positive.
Very nice.
So,
and would you like to share an example, something?
well, I need to think on
Sure. Anything that you're comfortable sharing while we are hearing from Srilata and Manoj, please let us. Hello, wow, that's a lovely t-shirt, Manoj.
Looking good.
Yeah, very nice, bright red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Hello, Srilata. We can't hear you. You are on mute. Manojji, anything you would like to share from your practice of gratitude or mindfulness?
Yes. So honestly, I have started my practice of gratitude from the book Magic. And thank you all for motivation and inspiration. And today is the day 4.
Wow.
And I'm maintaining the journal, writing every day.
Very nice. Very nice.
Then gratitude every day. So that I started. Count your blessings. Stone practice. Yesterday was the magic, and today was the magical health.
Okay.
And so I have started the journey. And yesterday was the magical relationship. So yes, definitely I not say how many times they say to do it, but yes, at least what you say, you cannot run, walk, to crawl. So that's making me motivated and trying to do what I can do in everything and fit in something there.
Yeah. Good. Any changes you noticed? Anything positive that happened? Yeah.
I think I'm getting a little humble. It seems to me myself. That's the thing I can at least now feel in that way.
Okay. And you think that's good for you?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Good.
Thank you,
Manojji. Yes, Srilata.
Yes, I am feeling more thankful more frequently while eating food, even when I feel cool breeze. For many things, I am feeling thankful.
Very nice. And how is that making you feel, Srilata?
So it is more positive in the daily life, more moments of positive things.
Okay. Very nice. Good. So we have about 10 minutes for our session to start. Let me just play another video of Louise, which is also a very powerful one. So allow me to stop recording and start playing that video. And then once the other people join, we will start at 8 o'clock. Just give me a minute. Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third session of Magical Success Rituals. Rudra, good to see you. Hi, Shruti, please take care. It's okay if you want to stay.
Hello.
Hi, Rudra, if you want to stay off camera. Yes, got it. And we will have Devpana joining in a bit. So let's anyway get started. Today we are going to do incantations, okay? So we first did mindfulness, then we did attitude of gratitude. We could have done Ho'oponopono today, but Ho'oponopono takes only about 45 minutes and incantations will take about an hour, 75 minutes. So I didn't want to do incantations, breaking it into 2 sessions. So we'll focus on incantations today and we will understand how and why incantations are so important and how by using incantations we can literally practically get almost everything that we want in our lives. So allow me to share my presentation and then we will get started. What comes to your mind when you look at this word P? Please type in the chat. Or you can unmute yourself and speak. What comes to your mind? What does letter P denote for you?
Partner.
Sorry?
Partner.
Partner, okay, very nice. Anybody else? No right or wrong answers. So there is another P for you. So there are two P's. Peace. Okay, Rudra, thank you. Partner, peace. We are hearing. Keep thinking, keep thinking. There are a lot of words with P.
Prosperity.
Prosperity, okay. Keep going.
Probability.
It may be, huh?
Probability.
Path, probability, okay. Let me say it's related to the work that we do.
Punctuality.
Huh?
Punctuality.
Punctuality, okay. Related to the work that we do. What would your boss say that you are doing? You are dash very well.
Prepared very well.
You're prepared very well. You're performing very well. Okay. So the P in silver is about performance and the P in gold is about potential. And what I would like to ask you is, are we performing to our potential? And you can type in the chat yes or no. If you think you're performing to your potential, type yes. If you think we can perform better, uh, type better, B. And it's important for us to be honest. Okay. Okay, I hear you. You can do a DM also to me, or you can reply in the chat, everyone. So I'll repeat my question. Are we performing to our potential? If you think we are performing at our potential, then type P. And if you think we can do better, our performance can be better, then type B in the chat. There is only one response I have got so far. B, okay, Richard, thank you. Thank you, Shruti. We can all do better, right? Because we have a lot of potential. Thank you, Rudra. But there is something which comes between our performance and potential. And this interferes with our performing at our potential. So today in our session, we're going to see how we're going to use incantations to perform at our potential. If you think that is phenomenal, type wow in the chat box. How can we use incantations to, yeah, thank you, Richard. Thank you. Type wow if you think this is phenomenal, how using incantations we can perform at our potential. Thank you, Srilata. Thank you. Thank you, Manoj. Okay, friends, please keep your responses coming in. So now let us see how incantations can help us get what we want in our life. Incantations is repetition of positive statements to ourselves till they become a part of our reality. And let us understand why this is so powerful. And there is this one of the quotations I really love, which is by Lao Tzu, which says, watch your thoughts. It's so beautiful. Watch your thoughts, they become our words. Watch your words because they become your actions. Watch your actions because they become habits. Watch your habits because they become your character. Watch your character because it becomes your destiny. It's so beautiful. What Lao Tzu is saying is our future, our destiny, our fate, the root cause of that is thoughts. So what we think is what we speak. What we speak is how we act. How we act is how we behave. That becomes our character. And then that character determines our destiny. Normally, we have about 50,000 thoughts, 50 to 70,000 thoughts in a day. But we are not aware of most of the thoughts because they are, we have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. And our conscious mind is about 5 to 10% and subconscious mind is about 90-95%. So most of what we think, we are not aware of. And in that way, we are creating our future unconsciously. And another thing is that 90 to 95% of our thoughts are repetitive, So the thoughts I'm thinking today are almost the same that I was thinking yesterday and will be the same I'll be thinking tomorrow. So my life largely today is determined by what I was thinking yesterday, and tomorrow will be determined by what I'm thinking today. So it is very important for us to become conscious of what we are thinking. Now, the reason I have put this iceberg picture is because we normally see the top part. We don't see what is below the water surface. Similarly, our conscious thoughts is something which is known to us, subconscious thought not known to us. And the results are known to us, but what is going on in our subconscious mind is not known to us. And I'll just give you a simple example. I had recently gone for a retreat where, the people, it was in a different state. People were of a, speak their native language. They don't speak much English or Hindi, and they look very different. And it's a very strict regimen. And consciously, I was realizing that all of this is okay. It's fine. I'm safe. It's a retreat I'm in. But subconsciously, for my body, this was a signal, unfamiliar territory, unfamiliar language, strict regimen, so many other things, a lot of changes happening in a way, and in a new place, this city I had never gone to earlier. And my BP shot up. I don't have a BP problem, but my BP shot up and it was like 110, 120, and 150. And that's when I also realized, I knew this fact, but I realized how my subconscious mind is behaving so differently from my conscious mind. Consciously, I'm thinking, okay, I'm in a retreat, so everything is fine. But my subconscious mind is triggering its own behavior. So we need to be very conscious of the results that are happening. So result in this case was my BP shooting up, and the the cause was the subconscious thoughts which are going on in our mind. And this is how we keep driving our life forward, looking at what's happened to us in the past. So somewhere, whenever I'm in an unfamiliar territory or whatever, it's a cause for danger. So my mind will trigger those responses of high BP, which means basically my heart is pumping faster, so that more blood is there and I can fight. This is prehistoric conditioning that is there. And that is how even in our current day, so if, once what happened, I was delivering a lecture for a corporate, a training session for a corporate, and the first session went off very well, but the attendees were, it was a political environment. So the person who had called the training, and they were, he was new to the organization, and there were some 30, 40, 50 senior people. And this new person who had called me for the training was not very popular with the people who were attending the training. So they gave a negative feedback about me, even though there was no issue about the training. And that he conveyed to me, he acknowledged that training is not a problem, but this is the feedback that has come. And then that feedback impacted my next session. I knew that I need to be aware that this feedback has nothing to do with the actual, but the past is driving my future. Okay. So many times in our lives, what has happened in the past drives our future. So we need to be very conscious of what is it, what are the thoughts that are playing. Are those thoughts guiding me in the direction I want to go to? And if I'm being driven if I'm not getting the results that I want in my life, how can I go back to the root cause, which is the thoughts, and change them? So that is what essentially today is about, identifying the results that we are getting. If the results are good, then no problem. If they are not, they are suboptimal or not as good as we would have liked them to be, then we go back and look at the root cause, which is our thought, and then replace that limiting thought with a empowering thought. So that is what incantations are. And this is all backed in science. And this is Dr. Joe Dispenza, who says a common principle in neuroscience is nerve cells that fire together wire together. So if we repeatedly think and act in identical ways on a daily basis, your brain will become molded into a specific hardwire pattern that will support the same level of mind. So whether it is income or health or whatever we want to move, if we are repeating those thoughts again and again, it gets wired into our brain, and then brain then accordingly behaves. So I'll pause here to see if this is resonating with you, if there is anything new insight you got, if there was a bulb on moment, anything that, or if you have any confusion, please feel free to ask. But I would like to hear from each one of you. If it is making sense, yes. If no, then
Basically, this is
yeah, Rudra.
no, I mean, I'm just saying this is like manifestation.
Okay.
Like that's what I'm just asking. Like this is something to do with manifestation, right? Like what we're talking about in this session today.
So help me understand, what do you mean by manifestation, Rudra?
You keep repeating something till it's realized.
Okay. The way I would look at it is creating the results we want in our life. If you want to
Correct.
use manifestation, please do. But I would rather say create the results I want. Create a life that I want. You can say manifest a life I want, but I would rather stick to creating a life. Consciously creating a life that I want.
Yes.
Yes, Manoj.
So I tell you, like, yes, the subconscious mind, that's definitely a clarity that I'm getting. But what practically happens is that, yes, we get a thought, and we get into the spiral thoughts of thought, right? We know that we are not heading anywhere, but it doesn't leave us. It sticks like a glue, and that I think in that spiral we get into.
Yeah. That's a very relevant challenge that you have pointed out, Manoj, and that is what we need to be aware of. And one of my most favorite quotations from Louis Hay is, "It's only a thought, and thought can be changed." Okay. So whatever we think can be changed, and it requires practice. I'll share with you what happened recently. I and my wife had a disagreement, and I was like very upset about the disagreement we had. And at the same evening, she was taking me out to the club. And I'm there, and it could have been a very nice evening, but I'm thinking about the fight we just had, so I'm not enjoying the evening. And I'm aware that I'm thinking all this because I'm a mindfulness teacher. And then gradually I changed my thoughts, and then we enjoyed the evening. So past impacts the present, and I am aware, and so that awareness is what will create the change. So what is the result I want? To enjoy life, to enjoy that evening. But what is creating the problem is this fight we have had. So if I can reframe, like you said, or like Richard said, reframe. Okay, so what has happened. Let's enjoy the evening. Then so this is a constant practice that one has to do. And the more aware and conscious we get, then combining it with gratitude, like, okay, my wife has taken me out for dinner, so it's so nice, she's paying for it, and so on and so, or whatever. So that is one example. This is something which happened recently. So it requires practice. The point I'm trying to make is awareness and practice. That is what it.
So let go. Certain things let go.
Let go. Yeah, reframe, let go. All of that happens.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Srilata, Richard.
Two thoughts in one. I think, and I may be a bit lengthy on this. On one hand, you have now, so that's, but on the other hand, looking back is more like an echo in time. So it still resonates until today. If you look at European history, you have two thoughts. You have that we live today, or the other one is, remember, you're mortal. And I think depending on how your personality is, the past can be a great point of reference. because you would like to use the information not to make the same stupid mistake again and again. And that's one where I'm pretty much guilty of for the last it's a challenging one.
Yeah.
Some things matter more to the heart than other.
I hear you, Richard. And only
depends.
thing I would request you to reconsider is the use of the word guilty. Okay. Because all of us would be guilty of the same thing, right?
Absolutely.
So don't worry too much about that. Just be aware and see what is it that you can do in the current moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. The more we drop the judgments, the better our life gets. And guilt anyway is a low energy emotion, so it will drop us down. Everything that happens over a period of time, you will realize happens for the good. So one of the reframe is, whatever happened, happened for good. And then you can.
True.
Yeah. Because everything in our life leads us to this point.
That's absolutely true.
Thank you for sharing that, Richard. Srilata?
Sometimes I feel maintaining silence also works. Just spend time in nature without thinking of the situation we are facing. Things like that. Like it's called dissociation or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, go on.
Some things like that. So, like not attaching importance for the situation we are facing and maintaining silence, spending time in nature and things like that. Sometimes it works for me.
Very nice. It's like stepping back,
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. So just allow me a minute. Devpana, are you there? Then I'll quickly, in 1 or 2 minutes, take you through what we have discussed so far, and then we will proceed with the next part. Devpana, are you there? Okay, we'll move on anyway. So now we will look at some important areas in our life. Okay. Health, relationships, recreation, finances, career, business, intellectual, spiritual. And what I would urge you to do is take a couple of minutes, let's take 6 minutes and identify some limiting beliefs. You can take one area and work on it. You don't have to work on all the areas because that much time we don't have. So take one area that is important for you, whether it is health or career or finances, and see what could be a limiting belief in that area. So let me give you an example. If I look at health, then one limiting belief I could have is it's very difficult to lose weight. And then the next step I should do is look for evidence for that. So what is the evidence I think it is difficult for me to lose weight is because in my family, everybody is obese. So that is the evidence I have got. Then I have to counter. Is there somebody in my family who's not obese? Then some 4-5 names will come. Then I'll debate, that, okay, I think it's very difficult to lose weight because there are 3 people in my family who are obese, but there are X number of people who are not obese. So that means it's not family thing. It's something different I can do. So that way we can do a process and come to our limiting beliefs. Or if I look at my income and I want to say that I earn X now, and I want to go to 10X or 2X. And then immediately the thought that will come to my mind is no, 2X or 10X is not possible. Then I'll say why? Because nobody in my position has got a 2X or 10X hike. It's impossible. Why? Then, you go a little bit more in that and see what are the limiting beliefs that are coming up for you. And then at the end of 5 minutes, we will hear from you what those limiting beliefs are. And then we will create a positive affirmation around those limiting beliefs. Share something that you're comfortable sharing with. And then you can, using the same principles, you can work with something that is deeper for you. Is that clear? Have you want to take a screenshot of this? Take a screenshot of this, and then we will walk. Depuna, are you with us? Yeah.
I was about to ask a question. Thank you. So the list, so basically, I could go through all the pointers and give my limiting beliefs for all of them.
Yes.
Right? That is the idea, right?
Well, no, for now, we will pick up one, which is most important to you. It could be health, it could be career, it could be relationships,
Got it.
whatever. Pick up one area, look at what could be the limiting belief. And one way to look at a limiting belief is think of an outrageous goal, So I want to do 10x income, or I want to lose 10
So mine
kg
is
weight.
my huge limiting belief is with money.
Okay.
I mean, there are others as well, but with finance, one starts with the income itself. So I mean, I have had a 20 years career in journalism. Then I left it and I moved to a company which is building plastic alternatives. So I came on a pay cut, not huge pay cut, but a certain pay cut. And even in journalism, when I was there, journalism is a very low paying industry, especially India. In Southeast Asia, journalists don't get paid much. Written words have they don't get it's not per word value. So overall, in the whole career also, I've always complained about how money is less, how do I negotiate for a better salary? I would be on the back foot always when negotiating for money. Even though I would think, okay, I can ask for this much money, but my brain would say, don't be ridiculous, ask for something reasonable that you'll get. And then every time during negotiations, I would come down to the amount that the HR, I mean, I would always come down from my number. It would never happen that HR is coming up to my number, to give you an overall picture. Now, even going forward, one thing was that this industry where I'm now, which is the climate space, tech space, it's very Europe focused, it's very West focused. Even here, I don't think I can vocalize the thought right now because the thought is not there. But the underlying feeling is that you might not get so much, be reasonable with your expectations. Okay. Money doesn't multiply overnight, all of those. So finances is always, there is a fear with finance. Money will get over. It's a very, I don't like using this word, but a little survival mentality with money. So yeah, I would just, so that would be.
I think that's very relevant, Devparna. And what I would urge you to do is write down 3 of these, at least for now. I am paying in a low paying industry, or the industry I work in pays very low, whether it is journalism or the current industry. Second could be the money will run out, or whatever else. So identify 2, 3 beliefs, and then when we come to the next part, we will see how to reframe those and make positive affirmations out of that. Anybody else would like to discuss, share their limiting beliefs in any one area?
Yeah, I get tired easily, sir, so I'm constantly working on that.
Okay. And what would you like the ideal situation to be, Srilata?
Like, I want to be more energetic and...
Okay. So think about what you would like ideal situation to be. And when we come to drafting positive statements, then you can use that I'm energetic, whatever else you want, we will make statements around that. Okay.
Can I add to that? So I think, so how I grew up pretty nice, but my mom was sick and she always wasted a lot of money. So they both were smart. And when I mean a lot of money, I mean a lot of money. And I think the same is reflecting, it's dragging on today. So my dad was a super earner, my mom good, but I think and some of that pretty destructive behavior reflects until today. Because I have both sides. I'm the youngest of the youngest. in the family line. I think one. So I've done very well, I think, and it's, if you look at my resume, the performance-driven element is there. I think I have a significant earning capacity, but you can't go higher than you've gone deep, at least. And to support Dev Parna, apologies if my pronunciation is terrible. So there's this Dutch guy, he said that I'm being paid the best for the work I love the most. And in that sense, you don't cap it in what's happening. So it's a bit of a background story. And I shared this with you, Ashish, when I was I had this suitcase from Bert and Ernie. I loved that suitcase. My mom was very sick, so I had my aunt watching. And it was always filled to the brim with cash I got from birthdays and whatnot. And I think for me, what needs to happen is to I think part of the solution is fulfilling the calling, and by doing that, you'll flipping the situation with a form of gratitude. In my case, it's launching that AI thing for the world, and I think that will get me where and it's not and it's not about the material thing that goes with it, but it's more about earning the life, whatever that means. And I think that's where I met Ashish in that sense.
All right. I hear you.
It's not a full conclusional story, but it got me from carpenter school to Harvard. But I'm now also struggling a bit with the doubt if I can run it up again, because I think I think I spent getting to where I am today, because I knew it couldn't do it without money. I spent more than 200 to get the educations, to get the seat at the table. When you're in the network, you build it up again. But now I need to balance the academic work, which is not paid, just nothing. But you get the invention if you're done. And it's my, and I need to earn my keep, or sorry for the lengthy.
Thank you for sharing that, Richard. And now what I would urge you to do is take a couple of minutes imagining what you would like ideally to be. And when we come to positive statements, then make some statements. And making statements is the first step. What eventually makes us work is when we write them or repeat them again and again, so that they get ingrained in our brain. And it's when they ingrain in our brain, that's when the magic starts happening. So it'll require regular practice. What we will do for now is come to the positive affirmations. Rudra, anything you want to share? Shruti, are you in a position to speak and share something? Manoj, yeah.
Yeah, I can go.
Yeah.
So I picked up career or business, so I'll say career more. So, okay. So one thing is that in an organization, the pyramid is narrow, or the pyramid shape, right? So as you go on higher up, so the opportunities are limited.
You're on mute, Manoj.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for reminding that. So I picked up a career or business. So since I'm in job, so I'll say career. So when we see like in an organization, it is like a pyramid, right? So when you are at a certain level or mid-career or high up already, the pyramid is narrow. So the limitation comes is that till the person at top doesn't move, I cannot move. That is one. Sometimes when you have some discussion, it is some sort of competency from business doesn't come, but some sort of soft skills comes in. Okay, so that can be another thing that comes as a limitation. I'm not sure. Then the limitation that is that why to one organization, there are thousands of organizations, why cannot look? But then the limitation comes is that, okay, I'm otherwise like in the comfort zone, you can say. So why to look somewhere outside, and otherwise is good, very good, and all those things maybe from the. So when you say good, so it is more from the status symbol than the money symbol. I'll tell you, like money ready part is definitely one motivation, but another is the status symbol that you look for. And so these are the 3-4 things limitation that comes to me as this one. Another thing that can come, but I think is the competency from the deliverables aspect. But I think that is having every year multiple accolades, so or recognition. So I don't believe that is a limitations. Okay, so I see that as a very positive thing. But anyway, things doesn't move because space is not there at all, or at the next level. So that is a limitation I feel on that part.
Thank you for sharing that, Manojji. What again I'll request you is take a couple of minutes to just imagine what would be ideal, not keeping in view these constraints. So I'm at that position which you're looking at, whether it's the same company or a better company, whatever would be ideal for you. Just imagine that, and then we will come and have work on framing affirmations around that. Yes, Shruti.
Hi, Ashish.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm a video off today. I'm just
Yeah,
stuck
sure.
in bed, have a little shivering, but I'm very attentive and enjoying the session.
Hmm.
So, my thing is, I always feel I'm not a businesswoman, So, because I've always been into a space of designing, I was a designer and artist, and I did wonderful portfolios, but could never build that kind of wealth. And I always thought that I'm a designer, and I used to hear a lot that artists and designers, they don't really work for money, they work for contentment. So it's okay. I was earning enough, but still it was not like, a huge bank balance. And I always used to tell myself and console myself that I'm a designer and I'm happy in my work and it's okay. I don't have a mind of a businesswoman. And
Okay.
now I've changed my career and same thoughts still come. Now I want to make it a big business because I am into a space, where it's needed. That's why I'm working so hard. But every time I feel, again, I am an artist when it comes to this health coaching that I'm into. And I feel, I doubt, am I really a businesswoman or should I still be happy that I'm able to transform lives and I should be happy about it? And that is all.
Okay.
So, same here, relationship with money needs to be
All right.
worked on.
So thank you so much for sharing that, Shruti. And as I mentioned earlier, these beliefs or these thoughts get formed because of certain evidence that is there, So there are artists or designers who don't make money. But there are also so we need to be aware that these are the designers who are not making money, but there are designers who make money, and it may not be
Absolutely.
really relevant, but say look at Tarun Tahiliani or somebody else,
Yeah.
they're not directly in your work, but they're designers making
Yes,
money.
yes. So I was into events, basically, fashion
Yeah.
events. But even now in health coaching, I do get your point. I still have evidences of people who are making it big in this space.
Yeah.
So why look at people who are not?
Correct. So we just
Yes.
need to be aware that my current
Yeah.
belief is getting formed because of these people. And there is another set of people who are in the same line of work who are making more money. And then our mind becomes aware that this is what is the trigger for limiting money. This is can be the motivation or inspiration for making more money. And then we train the mind to look for the positive. Because when we do affirmations, it also needs to believe that it can happen. That believability index is very important, and that is where we need to consciously look for evidence that for what we are looking for is there. Okay.
Yes.
So
Thank
while
you.
we are going to work on affirmations, what I would urge you to keep doing is keep looking for evidence for people who are doing, so whether those who are in your position have more money or better career or, more energy, whatever, keep looking for that evidence, and then that will support the affirmations more.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rudra, anything you would like to share before we move on?
What if we don't find the people? Like, suppose we are genuinely in a place where people in our situation are not doing well financially. So then what evidence do we look for to motivate ourselves?
Then visualize and create your own. Okay. Because sometimes there may not be a precedence. So there was no precedence for a petrol pump attendant filling petrol becoming a owner of a refinery. No precedence. But Dhirubhai Ambani did it because he saw himself owning a refinery one day. And there are many such other cases like that, like, Mohan Singh Oberoi, who is founder of Oberoi Hotels. He was jobless, and he didn't even have a job. But then he created this entire empire of Oberoi Hotels, not without difficulty. There were challenges. So if it has not happened earlier, then imagine and use, because visualization is a very powerful tool. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
So on that note, we will move forward and we will take other comments as we go along. So now, thank you for sharing your limiting beliefs. Now let's look at how can we reframe this into positive affirmation. So if it is regarding health, so I feel energetic all day long. Okay. So it is in present tense. It is not I will feel energetic. It is not I will get rich. It is in the present tense. So that is very important, and it should be short. We are not writing paragraphs here. It should be action oriented, emotionally charged. So you can say, I am grateful that I'm enjoying good health and energy levels. Or I am grateful, I'm happy. Or you can say, I'm happy and grateful that money is flowing to me easily and effortlessly. Or I am very happy and grateful that I'm progressing, continuously progressing in my career. And that career progression can happen not just in terms of designation, it could be in terms of monetary gains, it could be in terms of learning opportunities, it could be in terms of richer assignment, international assignment, bigger responsibility, whatever. So these are some of this, and I will request you to take 5 minutes to write down whatever your limiting belief was. How will you replace that with a positive affirmation using these guidelines? Sorry. You can take a screenshot of this and then work, because I'm going to pull this off and then we will have a conversation. Take 5 minutes, make your own, and then we will revisit each one of these. For at least one or two, we will take for each one. And I have like 500 affirmations. So yeah, for different things. I don't do all the 500 at one go. I may do 10 or 20 every day. But the point I'm trying to make is there is a big bank I have. So even if you're not able to, due to constraint of time, not arrive, I can share that bank with you, and we can use that also. If anyone is ready with theirs, please feel free to go and share.
I have one.
Yes, Deepan.
So my negative thoughts are around I'm not good at saving, I spend too much, I'm bad at managing my finances. So one of the affirmations, I don't regularly practice this, but once in a while when it becomes a debilitating thing, I fall back on this. But I say I'm changing my relationship to I'm changing my relationship with my finances.
Yeah. Is this in present or future?
It's in present continuous.
Okay, all right.
I am changing my relationship. I sometimes also say
I'm
that
changing the
every day
relationship. Okay, go on.
I also sometimes say every day my relationship with my finances get better and better.
All right. Okay.
There is another affirmation that I just wrote this down. Is that it's not I am, it's I can. I don't know if that works, but I can build the bank balance that I want to.
Okay. And what is so how about saying that I have abundant bank balance or something like that? Why say I can build? I say I have abundant, sufficient, or I have more money than I can spend, whatever,
I like that one.
Yeah. So I have more money than I can spend. My bank account is overflowing with money. Yeah.
I wish.
So one of mine is I have more money than I can spend and invest. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Richard.
Well, technically, if I read, so if you think that you already have it, you may stop acting.
That's
Because
exactly what my question was going to be.
so I think if you do it day by day, it improves. There is
Yeah,
you still
but I also think here, I think the logic is also you start visualizing and start telling yourself that it's already there.
Yes.
you
And,
get late.
yeah. And also support it with evidence that it may be there. Okay. So look for even however small evidence that might be, even if I've got a coin, say that I'm rich, I have got enough money, even if you've got a coin. Because I'll tell you once what happened. I was in a hostel and I had run out of money. And I was literally down to my last buck, last rupee. And I used that rupee to make a phone call. And then I got the news that I had sold some shares for which the money comes. So even 1 rupee can lead to a lot of money. So, we sometimes think that 1 rupee is less, but 1 rupee can lead to many more rupees. So always look for evidence, however small, and that's where gratitude also comes in. And use that. See, the mind needs to believe for the affirmations to come true. And sometimes if it is too fantastic a vision, then we can use I am willing. Okay. I am willing, or I am open to becoming more prosperous. Okay.
I'm also choosing work sometimes. I'm
Yeah, so
choosing
I
to
have
believe
one.
through works.
Yeah, sorry. I have one which on my table, which is I begin now today to open myself to ever increasing prosperity. So yeah, I begin
You
now
repeat
today.
that?
I begin now, today, to open myself to ever increasing prosperity. So this one is saying I am open to change. Okay. So this reduces the resistance. It says I am willing to change. I am willing to receive money. So if the disbelief is very high, then you can use some of these willing to, or another one could be how nice, like one of my aspirations is to become a board of director. So how nice would it be if I am a board of director, or I'm the board of some company, like that. Or I wish I was something like that. Yeah. Yes, Rudra, you were saying something?
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm
Okay.
trying to formulate it.
All right. Yes, Manojji.
Okay. Since I took up career and what I said, like space at top is limited, the limitation factor. So the affirmation is another was the soft skill. So I am working on my soft skill. That is one. And another is I begin now to look for opportunities outside this organization, present organization.
Okay. Yeah. Let's look at the first one. Say that again.
So I am working on my soft skills.
And what would that working lead to?
Okay. The notion normally on the emotional part or certain things.
Okay.
So
So
EQ, I can say.
my request is, Manojji, cast your statement in terms of the result you want, not in terms of the activity. Okay. So
Okay.
if the result is I've become emotionally intelligent, or I'm more aware now of my own emotions or emotions of other people. So it's important to focus on the result of what we want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So EQ, I'll say.
So I'm more emotionally intelligent, leading to or I have, what would emotional intelligence lead to? Fulfilling relationships. So I now have fulfilling and harmonious relationships with my colleagues and family, whatever. So so soft skill development leading to emotional intelligence, leading to better relationships. So if we make it on the result, which is harmonious relationships or career progression, whatever, the more we are towards result, the better it is.
Thank you.
Yeah. Richard, anything coming up for you?
Yes, I was reading along a book that was just once given. So the short answer is, for example, I always get the money that I need to realize my wishes. And what he says is, if you visualize, I have a nice car, for example, then you may start to like your current car.
I have the money to not. What did you say, Richard?
Yeah, it's translated from Dutch because my language is.
I have the money. Make it present. Make it present. I have the money.
Yeah, to acquire to realize my wishes or something like that.
Yeah.
I
Or,
am a writer. I am that.
Srilata and
Yeah,
Richard, you can come back. Yes,
I am energetic all day long.
very nice.
Um,
I feel energetic.
I feel
Shruti, is there something coming up for you?
Yeah, so I have reframed it. I'm a very successful businesswoman who is creating wealth by impacting lives of thousands, and I'm so grateful for becoming a billionaire.
Okay. So just keep this in short sentences, Shruti. I am a successful businesswoman. Okay.
Hmm.
And then the next one could be I am impacting lives. I'm successfully impacting lives of thousands of people. Full stop. And then the next one.
Okay,
Okay. The shorter, the better. Okay.
sure. I also want to share one more thing here. I don't know why the relationship with money is in such a way that whenever we think of creating wealth or earning more, there is a little guilt that comes that that money is coming from good intention, which is there, obviously. So here also, when I framed, I said I am a successful businesswoman and I'm becoming billionaire by impacting lives of others. So I wanted to somehow attach that sentence of impacting life of others to justify that I'm becoming a billionaire and it's okay because I'm also touching lives of others. So are you getting me what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
why this thing? Because I've always heard this in my family, maybe people saying good, earn money, it should be good money coming in, which we already know that it is. We are not doing anything wrong. But also, I've heard a lot of charity stuff going on. If you earn more, you should be ready to give away. And I understand that before the inflow, you have already set the outflow. And it is said that how will money stay? Because you are just talking about letting that money go into charity. Because somewhere you're feeling little guilt of earning so much more than you need that you have this urge to also do charity. So I think it also comes from there, that not guilt, but I'm not able to express myself, but this little baggage of justifying your money.
So,
Is this also a limiting belief in a way?
yeah.
So may I add, Ashish,
Yeah.
on Shruti's this point? So instead of impacting, it can be uplifting lives of millions of people. And you are doing that, Shruti. Like if you see on the health side, you are working for people, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So instead of impacting, if you just put the word uplifting or improving millions of people's life. So, and that I think can be an appropriate adjective, it seems.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Shruti. Thank you, Manoj.
And one more thing, I think you said on the before we earn, we say we need to spend on charity and all that. So yeah, I do believe one thing. Other day I said, if you do a charity, just do it and forget it. And normally a thing is that you do 1 rupees and you'll get 10 rupees. You do charity of 1 rupees. That is another thought. That is why it. And so I'm just trying to bring that one point there. So yeah, I think.
Sure. Thank you.
Also, one just quick thing, Ashish. I hope I'm not taking much time. So, in my current work, when I ask people to invest in their health, there are a lot of people who come and tell me that this is such a good work that you are doing. For example, sleep. Why do you want us to pay? And I say it's a value exchange. And then people say, oh, you are also earning money through this. And I say, yes, this is my career. I do a business of transforming lives of others, right? Why people also come in front and make you feel bad of taking money for impacting their lives or, transforming their lives, and I tell them confidently, yes, this is what I do. So why should I feel bad? So I think it also comes from there. So out of 100, I would say 10% would be such, they'll be just telling you, why are you? And they'll put something on social media that we attended your program and now you're asking for money. And I feel no shame in it, because of course I'm giving you some value, and in return I'll ask for a value exchange. So I think this also comes from that, space where, people tell you things and you just feel little, I wouldn't say nervous, but it's a letdown, and you just contemplate, oh, are you doing the right thing? So thanks for listening.
Thanks for bringing it up, and they're gonna just pause. Shruti, just wait for the next session. Some of this may get responded there in our next session, which is also going to be the last session. So I request everybody to block your calendars and be present for the last session. There is some challenge that we're going to share today also, which we are going to do for next 30 days, but it may get addressed there. Okay.
Sure, Ashish. Yes.
Yes. Devpana, before you come in, Richard, how many minutes do you have more? What time is your 5:30?
That's in 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Okay. Quickly, anything you want to share before I get Devpana in? Anything you want to share, Richard?
No, not at the moment. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Yes, Devpana.
It was not that I'll share it with Shruti separately. It was basically on the same point that Shruti was talking about. So it might sound funny as a response, but I really feel if we are good at something, we should not do it for free. And secondly, there is for-profit business, and there is even that business, like for me, for my company, the company is replacing plastic. But we are for profit and we are charging a lot of money for those products. But we are doing it for a good intention. So you need capital to grow something. That's all. I'll keep it very short. Sorry for interrupting.
No worries, no worries. It's just that Richard wanted to leave, so I want to make sure that we have got.
You guys are good. I just have this dinner with a few colleagues from Philips.
Yeah, good.
So, and I need to catch the public transport, because the Dutch people are very, how do they call it in India? We were deranged idiots for keeping such short timelines. So I understand that. So,
all right. Fair enough. Richard, please, we'll release the recording. So catch up with the rest of the recording. That will be important as well. Rudra, anything you want to come up with? Rudra, are you there? I think it's on. Srilata, anything else you want to come up with before we proceed?
Nothing, sir. That's all.
Okay. So now we are going to look at some sample statements which will give you an idea. So now look at this again. They are stated in positive. They are stated in present tense, not future tense. They are short. They are action oriented, emotionally charged. So I'm happy, I'm grateful. They're related to your goals, and they start with I am. Okay. So let's look at some generic ones, and we will continue making ones which are which serve us. I am successful, I am organized, I am creative, I am strong, I am worthy. This recording will come to you, so you can. So I am statements are very, very powerful, and whatever we put after I am comes true. So you can make any I am statement that works for you, that serves you. And we will continue looking at health. And I'm not going to read all of this, but you can quickly read this and see if Srilata, see if any of this works for you. I'm perfect weight. I respect my body. I'm radiant, vital, alive. Or I eat healthy foods, because that's something which will help your energy levels also. I awaken each day feeling healthy and alive. I'm energized. I'm young. I have more energy. So these are some samples for health. There's some more. I am handsome, beautiful, capable, attractive, calm, confident. All my needs are met. I think we heard this from a couple of people. I am an important and valuable part of the world. This is also very nice. I am a divine child, which is also true. Divine love is working through me. I express my feelings. World is safe and a nurturing place. This is also very nice. I'm energetic, positive, and powerful influence for good. I'm competent, resourceful. I feel welcome wherever I am. It's easy for me to trust. I am enough. These are some of my favorite ones, which is what I do every day. I am enough. I am doing enough. I have more than enough. I have abundance of time. So a lot of us feel crunched for time. So I have this one to make me realize I have abundance of time. I'm super duper happy with myself. I'm free from the memories that created fear and doubt in me. That's another one. I sleep peacefully and wake up joyfully. I am full of energy and enthusiasm. Srilata, this may be relevant for you. And a lot of us talked about money, so this is my favorite one. So continuing, these are some which I do daily. I appreciate the flow of so much money in my bank accounts. And one thing that we can do is we can pick up a trigger. And I have bells, I have wind chimes on my outside my office. So whenever a wind chime rings, I'll say I appreciate the flow of so much money into my bank account. So it becomes a trigger for me to say this affirmation. You can have any trigger. Doorbell rings, you will say, I appreciate the flow of so much money into my bank account. A notification mail comes, I appreciate the flow of. So it's a trigger for repeating ourselves. Or notification on the phone comes, I appreciate the flow of so much money into my bank accounts. I accept receiving. This is another challenge. We are not open. We want money, but we are not open to receiving money. So a lot of my work is, so I am having some ambitious goals for 2025. वो मेरे को विश्वास ही नहीं होता कि इतना पैसा आ सकता है. So आई एम कॉन्स्टेंटली रिमाइंडिंग माई आई एम कॉन्शियसली वर्किंग ऑन imagining and opening myself up to receiving that kind of money. I'm prosperous. I'm now enjoying my financial prosperity. I'm a money magnet. I'm financially free. I now discover how wonderful I am, and so on and so forth. And this is my like all time very favorite one. Something I have been doing for 10 years now and absolutely comes true. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. This is by a French psychologist, Emile Coué, who coined this in 1908. And this has been tested on patients in hospital. And this works. So all the patients who were affirming on a daily basis regularly, every day, in every way, I am getting healthier and healthier, actually improve their health outcomes. This is my all-time favorite chanting mantra. Works like a magic. Keep repeating as many times. You can, this also something you can trigger, set to any trigger, phone ringing or every day and every way I'm getting better and better. And so now, sorry,
No,
Richard, you saying something?
I need to go, but
All right, Richard. Catch up on the recording and then we will connect next week. Yeah.
nice evening. Bye-bye.
Yeah, there'll be a challenge which I'll be sharing. So Richard, catch up on that and be active. Okay. So you can commit to developing a habit of regular affirmations, set a schedule, whatever time you want to do it. If you want to do it while driving to work or, during lunch or after lunch, uh, repeat for 5-10 minutes. Even 1 minute is sufficient, but and you can write it, speak loudly with a lot of emotional intensity, and visualize. So if it is multisensory, the better it is. Okay. And the next one is, so this is how I have it. This is a picture of my table, and Dev Parna is coming to my office this Sunday. Dev Parna, we are on for that, right? 11 a.m. Yeah, so the Devpada can verify for all of you that this is actually on my table. So this is something which I'm reminding. Look at the first one, Devpada. This might be interesting for you. I'm an excellent money manager. All right. So every time I look at my table, I'm seeing I'm an excellent money manager. I'm creating my life.
I don't like the second line.
I pay myself first. Yeah, so you can make your own. Okay. You can make I put money into my financial. So every time my attention goes, so these are the thoughts which are constantly going into my mind. And the more I am repeating them, the better my outcomes become. Okay. So you can put them wherever. You can put them on your softboard. You can put them on your mirror. You can put them wherever you want to put. Okay, these are some samples which I just want to show you. So now we have done part of it today, and you can continue looking at this. Whenever you come up with a limiting belief, write that down and then make a possible positive one for that. Sometimes this is a different one, but related to what Shruti was saying. Making a lot of money is not important for me. It's transforming life, something like that, or I'm comfortable. Or I can make, so whatever limiting belief is you have, continue transforming that. This is our thoughts are the operating system, okay? And we can create a different operating system using this incantations. So now I'll pause here to see if you have any questions or comments before we move further.
So Ashiji, one question that comes is like, say, we put an affirmation, like, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you, Manoj.
So I am having enough money. Okay.
Sorry?
I am having enough money.
Okay.
Or I am having a good health.
Hmm.
Okay. So something we are aspiring for, we are putting in an affirmation, right?
Correct.
Now, does that bring some complacency and we don't do anything on that? So
Okay.
just trying to.
It is. And how would complacency? So you're also wanting more, right? It's not I have good. So it's a combination of being
Aspiration?
satisfied with what I have, plus having an aspiration for more.
Right. So that's the gratitude expression we are saying, that what I'm having a gratitude for that. And if the magic book, what it says is that brings abundance. So if you say I'm having a good health and I'm thanking or having a gratitude for that, my good health will further.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. Okay. Okay. Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Rudra, Srilata.
No, nothing as of no.
Srilata?
I always have the feeling that because of my low energy levels, that's like I couldn't go for full-time job because I felt my energy level was low. So that was my feeling for so many years, that was my limiting thing for even improving in other areas of life.
Yeah.
So I think first my main focus is on that only, sir.
Sure. So you work on the affirmations, Srilata, and also the center that we discussed about last time. Plan visiting them because of a lot of naturopathy way. The energy levels go up when we change our diet and live naturally. Okay. So both you do affirmations plus visiting Manthena Satyanarayan Raju Nature Cure Center.
Today I paid advance for Manthena Satyanarayan.
Already?
10,000 we paid.
Very nice, very nice. So your energy levels will be super after this, Srilata.
Okay.
So the Vijayawada one, right? Ashiji, you are different?
Yes. Shruti, anything coming up for you?
Yes, I'm going to work on affirmations and then see the effect of them in my sales that I do every Sunday gradually. I think that is where I'm stuck, and I'm very sure now, already grateful that this will work amazingly well for me when I do sales pitch, because I think this comes as a block when I'm starting to sell to people. Somewhere I always feel that, oh, I'm selling now.
Yeah.
So rather than feeling bad about it, I got to take the pride in it. And I think affirmations will definitely help.
So just sharing with you, Shruti, that the word sales comes from a Scandinavian word called Selzig. And Selzig means to serve.
Absolutely. It's a service, right?
Yeah. So selling is about serving. Okay. So
Absolutely.
this may help. And another one that Louise has got, which is, I love it. She talks about my ever increasing audience. So you can say
Beautiful.
my ever increasing community members, my ever increasing participants in the webinar, my ever increasing.
Beautiful.
I'm grateful for the ever increasing number of participants in my webinar. I'm grateful for ever increasing number of people signing up for my webinar. So be gentle and you can carry forward with that.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. So please keep sharing your affirmations with me so that I can do course corrections wherever required or suggest you new ones. So keep working on that. This is something which will go on for a lifetime. Like I said, I have hundreds and hundreds of them, so I can share my bank also with you. But I don't want to overwhelm you, so keep sharing yours and I'll be happy to share some relevant ones for you. Rudra?
No, nothing yet.
All right, good. So now we move to the final part. So before the sharing the challenge for next 30 days, I also wanted to share with you that we are launching Mindfulness a Swiss Knife program for corporate professionals starting from 3rd October. And as a special gesture for participants in this group, the fees for that program is 2,999, but you don't pay 2,999, you pay only the incremental amount. So whatever you have paid for this program, so 2,999 minus whatever you have paid for the program is what you pay for that. So that is something. It will be 6 sessions, and if you're interested, you can DM me. I'll share the details of that for you. So the challenge for next 30 days is for us now to get into the practice of having these rituals. And you are aware what these rituals are: magic, mindfulness, attitude of gratitude, ho'oponopono, incantations, and champions mindset. Champions mindset and ho'oponopono we are going to do tomorrow, the next Thursday. But what I would like you to do is practice at least 1 minute of mindfulness or gratitude or incantations, and then put in the chat, what have you done for the day? So if it is M, just say M. If it is attitude of gratitude, say AG. If it is incantations, say I. So if you've done all 3, you can say MAGI, Maggie. So we know you've done 3. And then, go on, so on and so forth. So do these for at least, and mindfulness for 1 minute is, deep breathing that I've talked about earlier. Just breathe in deeply, filling in your lungs and then exhaling fully for 1 minute. That's an attitude of gratitude. 1 minute, you can easily do lotus of gratitude, that practice where you can do that and then you are done with that. Incantations we have said. If not anything else, you can just say, I am getting better and better every day in every way. I am getting healthier and healthier every day in every way. My life is getting better and better every day in every way. Whichever way, you can just keep chanting this 1 minute and you're done with that. So these small but very powerful practices done on a regular basis will be very helpful. And please keep sharing in the chat. And whenever someone shares, please cheer him so that it becomes motivating. So that brings us to the close of our session today. I am now opening it up for any question and answer. Devparna, if you want, you can stay on and I can be happy to quickly take you through what we discussed earlier.
Yeah. Thank you, Ashiji. I think
Thank you.
and
Sorry.
I think one thought that you kept is like find a trigger. It can be a phone ring, it
Correct.
can be a doorbell ring or anything.
Yeah.
So find a trigger, and every time it happens, you repeat the affirmation. I think that is one takeaway. Other than the affirmation side that we get, so how to remind ourselves, I think that trigger is one thing that should help, I'll say, or
Thank you.
is going to help, rather I'll say in the positive way.
Thank you for sharing that, Manaji.
Thank you for that. And Shruti, get well soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Already feeling good after attending the session.
So there's one for getting better, Shruti, which is may God's love heal
Ashish, I'm
me.
so sorry, but I need to leave.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Shruti, the one which I use is may God's love heal me.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, may God's love heal me. Just keep repeating this to yourself. It's a very powerful one. Many people have tried this and they've got well very, very soon. Oh, please get well soon, Shruti.
Yes, I'm in bed, but I was attentive. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Take care.
Uh,
Okay. So I'll take a leave, Ashish ji, then.
all right, all right,
Okay.
all right.
Thank
Good
you.
night. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you. Srilata, you would like to share your takeaway for today?
Yes, these two sentences, what is I have written? I mentioned two sentences what I liked about improving energy levels.
Okay, okay.
Mhm. And maybe some more ideas about, this sentence, may God's love heal me. So I thought I can use for improving energy level also.
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, God's love
Yeah.
is very powerful.
Yeah, I am full of energy. So these are my sentences I want to repeat.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Srilata.
Yeah, and your next program starts in October, I think. So
It's
that
3rd of October. It starts from 3rd of October. It's about
uh,
mindfulness, going deep into mindfulness and how it can help us deal with the challenges we face into today's life, like the relationship challenges, career challenges, workplace, personal life, whatever challenges. So how mindfulness can help us deal with all the challenges.
but from first of October, I am going for that retreats.
No
Mantana
worry.
Satyana.
So this will be at 8 p.m. And so you can join 8 p.m. You have a lecture there with Sri Raju Mantena. Uh, you can get the recording. You can get the recording, Srilata.
Okay, so I can apply for this, and I'll get those 2 weeks. I'll get the recording.
Correct, correct. And some
Wow.
sessions will be on Sunday. So those you can attend anyway because Sunday afternoon they don't have much. I'll share the schedule with you, Srilata. Okay, I'll call you separately and then I'll
Okay.
share the schedule with you. Then you can plan. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Ashish, please share with me as well.
Surely, I'll do that, Shruti.
Thank you.
Okay. Shruti, you would like to share your takeaways also from today?
Yes, the same. The trigger thing really, really is interesting because I always know that I plan a lot of things and sometimes, not doing those things. I want to do a lot, but I think this trigger is a beautiful way of reminding of doing. So
All right.
that's how I think taking actions will become
Yeah,
easier. So definitely going to implement this week and share with you next week.
sure, sure. Thank you. And Depana, you would like to share your takeaway before we close the session?
I really like the trigger system too. It is a great I do my affirmations whenever I need to. Internally, when I think, okay, I need to tell myself positive thoughts now. But yeah, this alarm, the notification thing is the best. I'm just going to follow it from right now. My phone is just ringing all the time. I'm like, might as well put it to some good use, Instead of getting stressed over whose email new. I can think of a good thing at that point.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Good. So now on that happy note, we will bring the session to a close. Thank you everyone for joining. We will meet next Thursday at 7:45 p.m. for the last session. Please block your calendars and join for the session. We will also
Ashish, I don't
have
want these sessions to end ever. Can we just keep going on
yeah,
every
why not?
Thursday?
Why not? Why
You
not?
have some yearly subscription. Can we do
Yes, yes. Thank you. We are working towards that, Shruti.
so
Sure.
beautiful?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ashish, it'll be great if you can stay back for 2 seconds. I just want to.
No, so we will continue, Depana. I'll just close the recording and we'll continue. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ashish.
Unless, thank you, Shruti. Unless there's something for this session, then,
Bye.
okay.
No, nothing for this session.
All right. All right. Good. So I'll just pause the recording and then we'll